You ever find yourself, like, lying awake at night, right? You've just finished mindlessly scrolling on social media, staring at a bright-ass fucking screen for what feels like forever, right? Time just went by, right? And then you're tired of the dopamine hit from that, so you put your fucking phone down, and then all of a sudden, you just lay there, right? Can't really sleep, right? Having a hard time sleeping. And you start to think to yourself, I've been through a lot. Yeah, you fucking have. You really have. Life is wild, you know? Think about how many days we live. Think about how many things we go through. Think about how many things we experience. Think about how many breaths we take, how many times we blink our eyes, how many people we see, how many things we do, how many things we read, how many things we hear, how many things we eat, how many times we go to the bathroom, how many times we sit down, watch something, how many times we sleep. Just over and over again, right? It's crazy. It really is. It's wild. It's all the things that happen over the course of years, over the course of months, over the course of days. It's just this, right? It's like, there was something trending on TikTok back in 2020, and I don't know if anybody else can see this, by the way, but the video that's recording right now has like a yellow tint to it. It's kind of strange. I was tempted to restart the video, but I'm gonna let it slide because I don't know if it's just the video or if it's my phone. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna add a hue, if you will, to the video. There was a trending theme on TikTok where it was like I took a picture of myself every day for the entire year of 2020 specifically. And it was just like the theme was obviously 2020 was a crazy ass fucking year from start to finish for everyone. I don't give a shit who you are or where you come from or what you've been through. I don't give a shit. 2020 was fucking crazy, right? But the theme was like I took a picture of myself every day for the entire year of 2020, and just progressively it got more and more crazy. And like, you know how like you fake that obviously because it's just a theme. It's a fun thing to play with. So it's like, and then progressively it just like ends off with like, right? And like sometimes, many people would argue more often than not, that's what life is like, right? When you've been through 100 years of life in 20 years, in 30 years, in 40 years, in 50 years, however long, right? Sometimes life can seem like we've been through a lot more of it in a lot less time. You know? A lot of things have happened in my life in the past 5 years. A lot of things. A lot. Emphasis on the a lot. And to be quite honest, there are still some things that I have not processed, right? I go to sleep after I mindlessly fucking scroll. Holy shit, look at all this stuff fucking happening. Yeah, let's tune back into me, right? I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and I'm like, Time to pretend like I already processed everything. No, I haven't. Shit. Life just keeps fucking happening and doesn't stop fucking happening. What's that song by Smash Mouth? Well, the years keep coming and they don't stop coming. I think that's how it goes, right? Shit, like, just things keep fucking happening, right? And, like, it'd be great to be like, where's that fucking pause? Oh, there, no, fucking hell. Right? Life just doesn't stop fucking happening. And, fortunately enough, I'm at a point in my life where I'm doing really good. And that's not going to stop because I've done the work to get me here and I know how to continue down this path. So I can do this with a fucking smile on my face. I can say all this stuff with a smile on my face, but man, life is fucking wild. And it's crazy how, like, you can go through so much and feel like you've been through more of it in less time than you actually have. Right? I've actually met people who have, you know, they've been like, yeah, I feel like I went through 60 years of life already and I'm only, 30 or whatever. Yeah, it's wild. And it's also wild when society expects you to be over things already. Here's the fucking new thing. Nope, here's the, nope, there, nope, nope. It's never here. Like, something happens and then you miss out on it. And then you gotta be like, all right, well, where, oh, it was, no, and they're just, like, constantly taking it away from you, right? It kind of feels like society wants you to be somewhere other than where you are, and also wants you to be somebody other than who you are. And it's fucking exhausting. I lived that. I wouldn't say that I really give a shit about that anymore. Maybe part of me still somewhat cares, but, like, that's a matter in and of itself of boundaries, right? But when you feel, well, it is a feeling because you haven't actually been through 100 years of life in 30 years. But, like, man, just like the amount of things that a human being goes through, There is time to process. I should say, there is time to process, that was weird. There is time, emphasis on the process, seriously. There is time to process everything. I do feel like society wants to pull you away from that, right? But it's like, shit, I forgot to get my oil changed. And I'm not talking about literally on my car. I'm talking about just the things that either we don't do or we forget to do because we're so, I don't know, caught up in trying to figure out how to be a fucking human being, right? It's like, oh shit, I forgot to get my oil changed. Oh shit, that fucking thing has been missing forever. Oh my god, what do I do about that? And the check engine light is on, right? It's been on forever. You don't even know how your fucking engine is still running. By the way, this is all metaphorical. I'm not talking about a literal car, but I'm using the car as symbology to display the fucking, sometimes, not always, but the fucking chaos that is life of being a fucking human being, and with all of these people out there that fucking want things from you, and you have to fucking juggle the shit out of this crazy ass thing, right? And blah, 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 my god, can be crazy sometimes. Boundaries, of course, but like, seriously, like, you look at yourself and you think sometimes, maybe not always, but sometimes, how the fuck did I get here? And I don't mean like an existential crisis. It can turn into that, of course. But really, like, shit. I'm here. I made it. I thought that was going to take me out. I thought that was going to take me out. How the fuck have I gone all these fucking miles with my check engine light on? Holy shit. Right? Like, life is legit that. Sometimes, not all the time. Right? You ever go somewhere, I'm meaning this literally, by the way. You ever go somewhere and you forget to put gas in your car, and there's like no gas station anywhere, and you're like, you've got, I don't know, you've got like 5 or 10 miles left on your car in terms of the tank. It's like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's like, oh my God, right? Yeah. To say the absolute very fucking least, life is wild. It is. This is not an advertisement for boundaries. Like, life, it's wild. Boundaries. Like, no, like, no. Boundaries are a great idea, of course. But this is not an advertisement for boundaries. This is just Chris exploring how fucking wild and literally nonstop life is. Because it is. It is. Life is literally fucking wild and nonstop, and it's like, fuck whatever you've been through, you better get over it real fucking quick. Because guess what? You can't be part of the club. No, you've got to be past your shit. You got to be over that shit. Fuck that. Get that shit the fuck out of the picture. No. You want to be a part of society? Yeah. Straight face. Head down. What do I do now? Wait for direction. That's what you do now. Right? When you've been through, I keep wanting to say 300 years. For some people, it might feel like 300 years. When you have been through 100 years of life in like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, I don't know what to tell you. This is more so just a reflection of the fucking craziness that is life, because life can be crazy. It's just not just that it can be crazy, and more often than fucking not is crazy. And when the fuck does a single human being ever actually get to be present with themselves? They do. I'm not saying they don't get to. But I'm more so presenting the question as more like a, there's more to this. Just like there is more to the feeling like you've been through 100 years of life in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Right? Why does it feel that way? Why does it feel like you have been through 100 years of life in such a short period of time? What does that mean? What does that mean for a human being? How can they utilize that to reflect on themselves? And maybe add to life, right? It's crazy. And then let's do it all again, right? Let's close our eyes after thinking about how much we've been through in life and do it all again and 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 all again. Malfunction. Oh, man. Now, I do that for the theatrical, the malfunction, but I can imagine that some people are feeling malfunctional, right? Cannot compute. Oh, man. Yeah, if you've been through 100 years of life in like 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years, you're probably fucking fried, right? You probably are. Your circuitry is probably like, help me! The fucking house is on fire, your check engine light's on, you left the stove on, that started a fucking house fire. You're running down the road celebrating the new year, and you're like, new year, new me, mental health problems, yay. Oh, I love it, we love it. Yeah.